Welcome to the introductory video of grammar, and we're going to start here. Very simple, basic parts of speech. What you have to know when it comes to nouns, the verb, and the adjective. That's what we're going to touch here. Parts of speech. What is the difference between each one? Noun. Noun is a person, place, or a thing. So, I is a noun. The dog is a noun. John, maybe you don't even know anybody named John, but John is a noun because John is a person. Detroit is a noun. Why? Because Detroit is a place. And a dog, definitely not a person, but is a thing. So we can see that nouns are part of our lives. Everywhere we look, there are nouns. So we know that noun is something important, as is the verb. You must know your verb. Verb is doing. It is an action. I run. I jump. John runs. John calls. John goes to Detroit. Goes, calls, does all those things. Those are actions. Those are verbs. So we now know two of the most important parts of speech. And finally, we have the adjective. The adjective describes the noun. John is angry. How is John feeling? He is angry. My dog is tired. My dog is hungry. Anything that describes the noun is an adjective. We will later learn something that describes an action, that describes the verb. But for now, the adjective always describes the noun, the thing, the person, the place. Now we know what an adjective is. So let's go to our first sentence. Do we actually now know how to apply this to an actual sentence? Well, you should say sure, because Chris just said that dog is a noun. But I don't want you to say, oh, because Chris said. I want us to reason it. A noun is a person, place, or thing. Dog is a thing. I'm going to put a box around the noun. Jumped is what? What did the dog do? This is an action. Verbs get an underline. Over the brown log. A log is a what? It is obviously not a person or a place, but it is a thing, and therefore it is a noun. And then we have brown. Brown describes what? Describes a noun. The words that describe a noun are called an adjective. And we're going to get a little squiggly line here for adjectives. Squiggly line. Squiggly. It's describing the line, therefore it is an adjective. See? All around us, line is a noun. Everywhere we look. The key is to be able to identify these easily in a sentence. And, of course, to be able to use them properly in your own writing. Now, we're done with the dog here. It's jumped over the brown log. But we also have Bob and Mike. What are they doing? Well, we're going to identify the nouns. What do? We put this box around them. Here's our nouns. We'll put the N on top. And for noun, they play football. What is football? Think of it. Flying through the air, the pigskin. It is a thing. You catch it. Football is the game played with the football. And so it is a thing. It is a noun. On the wet grass. Are there any other nouns on there? Wet. Is wet a noun? Is a wet thing? No. Wetness is a thing. Wet describes something. So it is an adjective. Squiggly line. Adjective. And an adjective always describes a noun. What's the wet describing? It's describing grass. And so hence we have another noun. But wait a second. We have a sentence here. And sentences cannot just consist of nouns and adjectives. The nouns have to be doing something. There must be an action. There must be a verb. And that verb, well, what are Bob and Mike doing? They are playing football. And there is our verb. If you understand the difference between a noun, a verb, and an adjective, then you're definitely ready to go on to the next video.